Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is the next to the last episode, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but when I saw at the end of this episode where they said season finale next week, I was like, thank God. I'm tired. I'm over it. I felt like this season has dragged on. All we've talked about is Monique and Candace and their fight. I'm tired. I'm exhausted about it. And we had a little bit more of that this episode. So let's just go ahead and dive on into it. Remember, y'all, subscribe, like this video, all that good stuff. We're just going to go ahead and call this the Karen episode because she was getting it from one end to the next. Like, seriously. We start off with us seeing her and Steven preparing for the wig shift party. I don't understand what these ladies don't understand about, like, a collaboration, someone being like a brand ambassador, someone, you know, collaborating, being the figurehead in a business. I don't understand what's so confusing about it. To me, this is extremely smart. Karen has outsourced it all. Like, this is really probably a bigger, I don't want to say a bigger accomplishment for Steven than for Karen, but at the same time, like, this has probably been just as much of Steven's baby as it has been Karen's baby, probably more so in all actuality because he's the one creating the units and things like that. But regardless, it is still a big thing for Karen. Their wigs looked nice. I like the coloring of them. They did all, like, you could tell it was a line, like it's on thing. Meg Thee Stallion just did a line with Fashion Nova. Does she own Fashion Nova? No. So I'm sure that Robin and Giselle and Ashley and Wendy with your 4 degrees are smart enough to understand what a wig line is. Like, let's go ahead and get that clear. So address that at the front end of this video because they've been on my nerves with that this whole episode, and it sounds really haterish. It sounds really catty and jealous. No one said but Karen didn't come into none of y'all's party with that type of energy. She didn't walk into anyone's party, Robin, or anyone's event, Robin, with those hats and say anything about where y'all were shooting or why am I shooting in the alley by a brick wall. But you're talking about going to the hair doctor, to the studio. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm jumping ahead, but you know what? This is where it is for tonight. This is what I feel like talking about. Because in all honesty, I don't feel like going through scene by scene talking about how they were stirring up stuff to try to get heat on Karen. We can just get to the party and that'll address all of it. Okay? I'm sorry. Here it is. When these ladies got to that party, they got there already ready to mess with Karen. They already had their sights on it. Ashley has been leading it up to when she was sitting down with Monique, bringing up if Monique was or was not invited, and we all knew that was gonna come back to bite Karen in the butt this episode. But I'm gonna say like this, because Karen said it was semantics. It was about some semantics or whatever. If she wasn't coming to the party, she was coming before the party. I will say, Karen, you are old enough to be able to say to these women that I'm inviting who I want. This is again through all franchises. I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of it. How about this is the general rule? It's your party. You invite who you want to. Like, it's your party. You don't have to get permission from anyone else in the group about who you're inviting to your party. I don't understand why this is so hard. We've been talking about this time after time after time. And they've always made a time of it ever since the beginning of the season with Charisse. Again, if I were here and I would have said I asked her to come help, I asked her to come before the party as to, you know, not make y'all feel uncomfortable if I felt like explaining it. But you don't have to explain it to these people. Y'all are sitting here doing all this fussing and carrying on over somebody who you didn't even see. Now, if I were Monique, and I've been watching some interviews, I've been deep diving into it, that's why I'm just ready to talk about it. Monique did say that, you know, she was unaware of anything about not being invited, and that she did feel rushed out. Now, do I think that Karen invited Candace to come early? Possibly. Honestly, if anything, I don't think they're trying to make it seem like it was something super sinister. I think that Karen did want to invite Monique and Candace there early and kind of sit them aside and in a big sister moment try to mediate. The way Wendy was sitting here talking about, oh, I would never have brought my friend. That's not your friend. I actually, maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm too naive to think that that could also have been a possibility. That everything did not have to be so evil and malicious like it seemed like they were trying to make it out. And Robin was doing the most. I'm sorry, but if I were Karen, I would have started seeing red in that party. And you know she did. And I'm going to tell you when I first would have started seeing red. Now, we're sitting here at this event, yay, trying on wigs, doing whatever we're doing. When Ashley brought this gift, talking about, I got you some antacids because I know your stomach was hurting, but I heard you were drinking with Monique. At that moment, everything would have switched for me. See what you're not going to do. Ashley, new mother, who's so elevated now. What you're not going to do is question me as a grown woman about how many drinks I do or do not have wherever I decide to be. We're not going to do that. I'm surprised Karen is sitting up here, whether she had an ulcer, whether she did or did not want to drink, whether she felt like, you know, they were setting her up, whatever. She can choose to drink or to not drink. I saw an interview when Karen had the best read. Karen said, well, I'm actually concerned that they can't be around each other, can't go to a party and have a good time without a drink. She said, I'm the life of the party with regardless. And we know that it was part because she didn't want to get too loose in the lips and say nothing around these catty heifers that always want to bring up what she said. And come to find out, she said she actually got E. coli. She said that on numerous occasions. So for y'all to have been this nitpicky about, like, I would be so through. So I'd have got hot with Ashley. But then Robin kept inserting herself. The point where you could tell where Karen shifted was when she had excused herself from this thing, because see, already y'all are doing too much. And you're talking, Robin, you're already talking about how small this place is. That means everybody could hear us. That means everybody's in our business. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for all this yibba yabba yibba yabba. This is my event. No matter how big or small it is mine. So why would I continue to engage with y'all in this foolishness? So she answered her way out. Then while she's over here trying to at least, you know, be a good businesswoman and show us the product that she got, she trying, you know, before she does all of that, Ashley is still over here talking about, well, I also heard that that she got lit at Monique's house. Whoa, ma'am. Now, we saw the scene. Monique said that the party was lit. She was talking about her. She said, and Karen even stopped through. That doesn't mean that Karen got lit. Monique said, you know, we had a glass or two of champagne. Why are you so worried? And I'm going to tell you why Ashley's so worried. Ashley's so worried because she's tired of being the only person that is getting in trouble for going over there and hanging with Monique. She's trying to get some of the heat off of her. She done had a strong couple episodes of it seeming like, you know how it is. The girls getting at you or disagreeing with you, and she's like, let me just get, there's too much fire over here. Yeah, I wrote this statement, but Karen's lying about her ulcer. She still goes over there and hangs with Monique, and she even invited Monique. At least when I went on the trip, I didn't invite Monique. You get what I'm saying? That's what that was. And Karen knew what that was. So when she comes back into the center of the girls to display her little boxes and stuff, Wendy, I done told y'all I'm about sick of her. We're not talking about that right now. And it would have been at that moment, already seeing red, I'd have got hotter. That would have been the end. I'm sorry, I was with Karen the entire way. I'm over these heifers. If you're over here gossiping when I'm over here trying to give a presentation on my business, take that outside. That's the only difference between me and Karen. Y'all could go. Y'all can go. So here they are again, confronting Karen about Monique and her timeline of being here or whatever. Robin pipes up and is going to say, well, why isn't Monique here? Karen said, because I actually care about you heifers, and I didn't want y'all to be set up. So how about you catch that and receive that? You all right? Yes. Karen. I was here for that. Representative, who you talking to? Candace? No, boo. She's talking to you because you were doing the utmost. What is your problem with Karen this year? What is it? If anything, Robin, I would think you would be a lot nicer to Karen, because unlike what y'all did when she was having tax issues, she is actually letting you slide. She could literally have been like, well, look at there. You know what I'm saying? Legitimately. Saying anything legitimately. Digging at you like you and your best friend did at her during her tax issues. And she's paying it done. She's not saying anything to you. You keep jabbing at her. You talking about things that she allegedly said at parties about her husband. You're taking her off of your website. You keep downplaying and diminishing her businesses and what she got going on. Deliberately tearing up and messing up her party. What's happening? Robin, unlike you who are the one getting people into tax debt, she's the one, through her multiple businesses, is able to help get her husband out of tax debt, and you inwardly you feel some type of way about it. Because you're going really hard at Karen, and I don't understand why. So I'm just trying to understand, why was this the come after Karen episode when she literally was just trying to glow? But see, that's the problem. Folks want to dim your light when you just out here trying to shine, honey. That's why we got to put our shades on, and we don't even worry about it. Maybe you should put your shades on, Robin. Just so you can bask in the light of all the great things that Karen is doing. Karen is over here shining with her businesses, trying to get her relationship back together. Had a cute little scene with her and her husband, being cute and romantic. I thought that was really funny, especially at the end when it was taking Ray forever to get up them stairs. She's like, Ray! I thought that was hilarious. Genuinely chuckled. Like, Karen is shining this season. Robin, Ashley, Wendy, Giselle, while Karen is over here shining. What y'all got going on? And it's showing. I did want to talk about Giselle and her fake relationship. Normally I don't give Giselle anything in my reviews. I don't have it in me. But I'm gonna give Giselle about as much as her daughter gives her daddy. Giselle takes her gorgeous daughters out for Grace's birthday. And fact of the matter is, they don't see it for their daddy. We've already seen it. Giselle is trying to force this fake relationship on them and on us. And just like them, Giselle, we ain't buying it. And we don't want it. Okay, you're supposed to do this family photo shoot that did not happen because Jamal felt that, you know, getting a manicure in the airport was more important. Speaking of manicure, I'm finna do my nails next. Be on the lookout for my new nails. So anyway, Giselle, now you're out here looking played, delayed, and unpaid, trying to get this photo shoot happening. And I mean, at the end of the day, the pictures did look nice with her and her daughters. I will give them that. They are a beautiful family. That does not include Jamal. Let me give y'all the last couple scenes that I remember here. I don't want to miss anything. Let me look at my notes, make sure I done gave y'all all my main thoughts. Robin out here looking for this house again. Now you sitting here in this tax debt, but you're out here looking at houses. I don't know how that works. Y'all drop down in the comments and tell me how that works. I only bring that up because that was the irrelevant scene. We'll never see her and Juan in that house ever again. I brought that up though because I wanted to say, if you watch What Happens live afterward, Monique was on there looking beautiful, of course. And she basically, Andy asked her a question about looking for houses when you're in debt. And Monique said, I wouldn't have to worry about it because I would just pay it off. It was good. That was good. And one more thing about Monique on Watch What Happens Live. You can tell that she's been getting prepped on how to answer questions in lieu or in preparation for the court trial, the court cases and all of that stuff. Just the way she answers questions now is so I don't want to say it's robotic, but you know, it's definitely kind of more coached, kind of more deliberate. Gollum and Ashley talking to her family, Uncle Lump and her mama. And at the end of the day, I feel like this scene was pointless because Michael is going to do what Michael wants to do. There's nothing that your family can sit here and fuss at him about. Especially because he is a 70-something-year-old man. 70-something-year-old white man at that. Can't nobody tell him anything about what to do and how to do it. Especially not your mama, who he's helping to support. It just is what it is. But I will say, the apology he gave, I wasn't here for it. It was as real as him caring about what these people were saying. They sat there and told you about how betrayed they felt, and all this kind of stuff, and then you apologize. Well, if I made you feel betrayed, or I apologize. They just told you that they did. So in other words, you're saying F your betrayal. It was a pointless scene. But that's it, you guys. I am done talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. I hope you all enjoyed this. Also, before I get out of here, I have a couple of hints in this video that are like hints to something that I have very special happening for Vlogmas this year. I am going to be doing like my version of Vlogmas. Basically, I'm going to be utilizing my YouTube shorts, and you want to make sure that you come back here for Kwanzaa because I'm doing something special every day of Kwanzaa, full videos for Kwanzaa. So all I'm going to say is there are 2 items right here on the screen. Actually, there's 3 items right here on the screen that will kind of give you a little bit of a hint into what this series is going to be for Kwanzaa. Y'all can drop your thoughts on what my series for Kwanzaa is going to be based off of down in the comments. Should I tell y'all the 3? Should I tell y'all the 3 things? Okay, I'll tell you. Drop down your guesses in the comments. We have this nice little cheetah duster. We have a custom B Stokes styling signature unit. What could I possibly be up to? Y'all drop y'all guesses down below in the description box, and I will see y'all for the next video, which will probably be the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Oh, Don't forget, all important links are down in the description box to my website, my Patreon, and my Instagram. So I'll see y'all next time. Peace.